Let me say something that sounds wrong, but it's the truth. Most people don't fail to lose belly fat because they're lazy. They fail because they're fighting the wrong target. You can train abs every day. You can sweat through cardio. You can eat clean Monday to Friday and still keep the exact same belly. Because belly fat is not a belly problem. It's a system problem. And today, I'm going to give you a 4-move system that actually moves the needle in real life. Measurable, repeatable, and science-backed. But there's one rule. If you only take one of these moves and ignore the rest, you'll get some results, and then you'll stall. If you do all 4, your waist changes. Stay with me, because the last move is a Japanese training protocol that's brutally short and surprisingly powerful. First, the uncomfortable truth. You cannot spot reduce fat from your belly by targeting your belly. Fat loss happens system-wide. But here's the good news. Belly fat, especially the deeper visceral fat, is very responsive when your system is right. Exercise alone can reduce visceral fat in as little as 12 weeks in many interventions. So what's the switch? It's not some detox. It's not a fat burner. It's this: your daily appetite and your daily protein anchor. Here's the rule I want you to follow for the next 14 days. Every meal starts with a protein anchor. Not a little, a real anchor. Why? Because higher protein intake helps with satiety, and when you're in a calorie deficit, it helps protect lean mass so the weight you lose is more likely to be fat, not muscle. Multiple scientific reviews and position stands support higher protein targets for people who train and/or diet. Practical target: if you train even a little, aim around 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram per day during fat loss phases. And yes, if you have kidney disease, talk to a doctor first. That's standard. The plate rule: half the plate. High volume fiber, vegetables, salad, legumes, 1/4. Protein, 1/4. Carbs or fats, your choice. You're not cutting carbs. You're not banning foods. You're just making protein the first domino. Retention cue. In a second, I'll show you how to make this work even if you hate dieting, because move 2 does the heavy lifting for appetite and blood sugar. If you only do one exercise for belly fat, it's not crunches. It's this: a 10-minute walk right after meals. Not later, not when you have time, right after. Why it works. After you eat, your blood glucose rises. Muscles moving pull glucose out of the bloodstream, improving post-meal glucose control without needing a full workout. There's research showing brief post-meal walking can meaningfully improve postprandial glucose responses, and even a short 10-minute walk immediately after intake has shown beneficial effects in studies. Now, I'm not saying this walk burns massive fat in 10 minutes. That's not the point. The point is, it improves the environment your body is operating in, especially if you're dealing with belly fat, cravings, or late-night hunger. The rule: 10 minutes after your biggest meal. If possible, 10 minutes after 2 meals. If you do it after all 3 meals, that's elite. And here's the secret. This habit also increases your daily movement without you feeling like you're doing cardio. And daily movement is strongly linked to health outcomes. More steps per day is associated with better outcomes in large meta-analyses. Retention cue. Now we've handled appetite and movement. Next, we do the one thing that stops your body from downshifting while you lose weight. If your plan is eat less plus walk more only, you'll lose weight. But many people end up looking softer, smaller, and they rebound. Why? Because when calories drop, your body adapts. And one of the smartest ways to fight that is strength training. Strength training helps preserve muscle and keeps your body composition moving in the right direction. And when we talk about belly fat specifically, evidence from research comparing exercise types shows both aerobic and resistance training can reduce abdominal fat measures, and combined programs are commonly used. The 3-day full body: simple, effective, not boring. Do this 3 days per week, 35 to 50 minutes. Day A: squat pattern. Goblet squat / leg press, 3 sets. Push, push-ups / bench press, 3 sets. Pull, rows / lat pull down, 3 sets. Carry or plank, 2 sets. Day B: hinge, Romanian deadlift / hip hinge, 3 sets. Overhead press, 3 sets. Pull, another row/pull down variation, 3 sets. Side plank, 2 sets. Day C. Repeat A or B. Choose the one you're weaker at. The only progression rule you need: every week improve one thing. Add 1 rep, or add a little weight, or improve form, or shorten rest slightly. You're building a body that burns better and moves better. And when your body feels stronger, you comply more, meaning you stay consistent longer. Retention cue. Now comes the finisher. This is the one people love because it's short, it's brutal, and it came from Japan. This is the Japanese protocol I teased. It's called Tabata. The original protocol is simple: 20 seconds hard, 10 seconds rest. Repeat for 8 rounds. That's 4 minutes. Tabata-style training is widely studied as a form of high-intensity interval work, and research on interval training overall shows meaningful effects on body composition, while other reviews compare HIIT with moderate-intensity work across outcomes. Now listen carefully. This is not a magic belly fat eraser, but it is a powerful tool to add intensity without living on a treadmill for an hour. The safe way to do it, especially if you're new: pick one movement: stationary bike sprints, or brisk uphill treadmill, or kettlebell swings, only if you have perfect form, or body weight squats/mountain climbers, scaled. You should feel like round 6 to 8 is I can't talk, but you're not collapsing in pain. Intensity is high, form stays clean. Frequency: 2 times per week is enough, not every day. If you're already doing hard lifting, keep it at 1 to 2. The reason it works in the system: you already have Move 1 for food control, Move 2 for blood sugar and movement, Move 3 to preserve muscle and reshape the body. Tabata is the intensity spike that tightens the whole machine. Move 1. Do this for 4 weeks. Take waist measurements at the navel once per week. Same time, same conditions. Belly fat doesn't disappear because you found the best ab exercise. It disappears when you build a system you can repeat long enough for your body to respond. Now I want to hear from you in the comments, because this is where people actually learn. Which move feels easiest for you? Protein anchor, post-meal walks, strength, or Tabata? And what's your biggest obstacle right now? Time, cravings, motivation, or confusion? Drop it below. I read them all, and your comment might be the thing that helps someone else finally fix their system.